Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from the Modern King titled Woke Cafe Charges 18% Man Tax and Instantly Regrets It. Of course, we can already tell just from the video's title that this cafe will be run by a bunch of angry womanists. It just proves how a lot of women these days are unable to run a business, let alone find a quote-unquote good man to date or even marry them, which is, as usual, so shocking. Today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comments, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own thoughts and comments, and let's jump right into the video.
A cafe in Melbourne is protesting the gender pay gap like we've never seen before. 1 week out of every month, men pay an 18% premium. The cafe, called Handsome Her, also has priority seating for women.
An 18% premium pay, guys. Imagine paying an extra 18% of your total bill because of your gender, which is something that is totally out of your control. And these same people will have the audacity to turn to you when they get upset and wonder why you are angry at them.
Welcome to Handsome Her, where women reign supreme.
Of dames, so it's a wall of inspirational women.
I bet these woke womanists who are working in this cafe barely know even half of what these inspirational women did. They don't even think about the fact that the country they live in, let alone the property they are standing in, was built by men.
Sandra O'Brien calls it a space for women by women, with priority seating for females and an extra tax for men.
We have an 18% premium for men, which is the same amount as the gender pay gap.
I think it's fair if you think about the world, the gender inequality that we have.
I think it's a brilliant idea because I don't think that many people know the actual gap.
These sexist women will, of course, think that an 18% premium pay for men is a brilliant and fair idea because they don't know how it feels to be discriminated against because of gender. So they get back at you with these sexist and discriminatory actions in the name of equality, which is absolutely stupid.
But so far, none of the cafe's male customers refuse to pay it.
I could wear that, considering that there is a fair, it's a fairly unequal pay gap between men and women.
Why would any guy want to pay an extra 18%? And we are not even including tax on top of all of this. The only guys that intentionally go there, buy something, and pay an extra 18% are weak men with no self-respect.
Yeah, it's a fairly unequal pay gap between men and women. Even though there is supposedly equal pay, it doesn't really equate out there.
Staff say the gender tax isn't aimed at excluding people, but rather educating them, with proceeds going to charity.
So guys should be educated by being punished and paying extra for something that is completely out of their control in the name of gender equality. I won't be shocked if this cafe files for bankruptcy and shuts down.
First off, the man tax is not the only form of discrimination written in your house rules. I find it hilarious. They think creating a cafe just to discriminate men was not only socially acceptable, but would actually work. She called every man who called her out for her blatant discrimination and sexism fragile.
Ah, yes, of course, calling men names because they are calling out this cafe's terrible acts. What these women fail to see is that running a business should be based on standards that are profitable. But will they ever listen? I highly doubt that.
Google the richest women in the world, like where they got their money from. It's rough. It's rough out there, guys. They ain't starting businesses. They're marrying dummies.
It's almost all of it is divorce.
What a surprise, guys. Women are getting rich by marrying the top 5% of men who are rich and very successful. What shocking information to learn about, as if we have not heard and seen the same damn thing since forever.
Feminists do not want to hear this, but there was one woman who was the richest woman ever from a startup company, Elizabeth Holmes. She ran a company called Theranos. She started it herself, dropped out of college to start this company, and it was a total fraud. It was all fraudulent. She's going to jail forever. She was worth $34 billion at one point. It was a blood testing company. They falsified all sorts of data, and they lied to investors and all sorts of. She used to dress like Steve Jobs. She wore a black turtleneck and everything, and I saw her speak once.
And this, guys, shows how most women nowadays will always look for the easy way out, even at the cost of other people around them. If this does not make you have second thoughts about trusting these women, I don't know what exactly will.
I'm done dating, man. I really am. Do y'all see what they said on the news today? 56% of women have a backup plan. 56% of women have a backup plan.
56%, guys. That is an insane amount of women who have a plan to dump you and take your kids and half of your money and your assets if she ever feels bored or unentertained. Imagine living with any of these girls as a guy. You won't even find peace in your sleep, to be honest.
And it was either that old friend or your guy friend, which y'all always say is just a friend, and then you end up being with the friend. They studied this. I literally watched it today. They did a test, a psychology test. Some of them are already happily married, but they still have a backup plan. Why, bro? Why? 21, bro. Wallah. I'm staying single. I'm shopping at Target. I'm not hollering at any girls, bro. I'm done.
If you are dating a woman and she has a bunch of guy friends, or she ever tells you that she is going to meet a guy friend, be aware that you are not the only guy who she has had a night with, if you know what I mean. These women nowadays are using the term guy friend when it's just another phrase for boyfriend or previous boyfriend.
Now, in the wake of my feminist awakening.
Buckle up.
My default position is that I don't care about men's feelings.
Oh, what a novel idea. I don't think we've ever heard that before on the internet. And what brought about this great epiphany?
I don't care about men's feelings. And that is a position that is a place I had to arrive at after a lot of self-work.
Go on.
Because the patriarchy...
Of course, the patriarchy, the source of all known evil in the entire world. Now do tell us, what has the bad patriarchy done this time?
The patriarchy socializes women not only to care deeply about men's feelings, but to prioritize those feelings over and above our own health, our own well-being, our own mental and emotional stability.
No, it doesn't. I'm really starting to believe that a lot of these individuals out there that have tried to blame everything that has ever gone wrong on society, not to mention what has gone wrong with their own lives, on that nefarious patriarchy, may have unfortunately not been given the skills necessary to be able to navigate society as an adult, in which a person needs to understand that if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of anyone else.
Absolutely correct. I bet that the lady that is talking about the patriarchy does not even know what patriarchy means. Women like her talk all about how men are bad and evil and use terms that they don't even know what they mean and expect you to listen to them. It is absolutely hilarious.
What's your age?
26.
25. Should he have any say in how you dress when you come out the house?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna dress how I want.
But you don't think that attracts a certain kind of attention when you're out?
I know the way I dress attracts a certain type of attention, but I mean, my man should be secure, you know?
I think I should take her for who she is.
Yeah.
So if I like her for who she is right now, I should be okay with that in our relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
I have very high doubts that this gentleman is in a serious relationship with this woman. And if he is, then him accepting his girlfriend to go out wearing these sorts of things honestly just makes him someone who lacks self-respect.
Would you still want to have girls' nights even if you were in a relationship with him?
Absolutely. I think it's very healthy to have girls' nights. I'm not going to stop hanging out with my friends because I'm in a relationship. Of course, I'm going to prioritize my man, but those are my girls. I'm not going to stop hanging out with them and having girl time.
Of course, she would still have girls' nights out while she is still young and got the looks, and I bet that she and the girls that she is going out with on girls' nights out will have the quote-unquote backup plan mindset, as we have mentioned earlier.
Do you feel like this would be appropriate to wear on a girls' night out with your girls?
100%, I think it's appropriate.
What gives you that idea?
What's wrong with it?
I think she looked like a damn snake. I don't know what's wrong with it either.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
You don't think it gives the message of, I'm on the market, you know, any guy can come talk to me?
Because they can't come talk to me.
You can't help how good you look, but you can help the response you give to other people.
Exactly.
You guys can tell from this guy's response that he doesn't look at this lady as someone who you can have a serious relationship with or even marry. He is very aware that she just wants to have fun and go hook around with different dudes, so we can breathe a sigh of relief that this guy is in the safe zone.
I expect a man to pay for the date. Yes, the whole entire date. That includes my Uber to the date and my Uber back to my house. If you are a man that I'm interested in, I want to see that you can provide for me. I want to see that you can afford an Uber ride. I want to see that you can afford a nice dinner date. Like, can you afford basic things? Because if you can't afford dinner and an Uber, my transportation, you certainly can't afford kids. You certainly can't afford a house. You certainly can't afford my bills. And I got bills to pay. Okay.
This sort of list of demands is absolutely a turnoff to all men because they all know that when this is her attitude, she is not reciprocating. She's not putting in effort. She's literally just existing, and she'll actually call that effort. No, a man wants a relationship because of what can be created within that relationship. But when it's pretty clear that a woman just wants to take, especially this early on, that man is just going to look elsewhere, or he'll just decide he's staying single.
And let me add to what this young lady said, which is absolutely true. That woman is expecting a lot for what she can offer. And what does she offer? An attitude, her looks, which shall not be commented on, and nothing else.
I want to be a wife, but I don't want no man with kids, even though I got kids.
That's crazy.
I know. But I don't have.
Why don't you want a man with kids? And do you have primary custody? Do you have primary custody?
Do I have primary custody? Yes, I do. It's not the kids. I'm fine with kids. I don't like the baby mama drama.
Why wouldn't she want a guy with kids? It's not because of whatever that reason she said is, guys. It's because she is just looking for a provider, someone who will spend their time, money, and energy to look after her and her own children. What a surprise.
How many fathers do you have?
One.
And where is he?
Incarcerated.
And her father is in jail. Why are we not shocked?
For the rest of his life?
Not for the rest of his life, no. But he's married.
Doesn't matter. Still could be drama.
You think so? I don't think so. I've never had.
He's alive. He's alive.
But I've never had with him.
Okay, but he's alive.
Correct.
So you don't want a man with kids because you don't want to deal with possible drama, but you want a man of high value man to deal with a woman with kids from a man who's in jail.
I know. Yep. That's unlogical, huh?
It is illogical, of course, and women like her will call men who don't accept her terms misogynistic and bigoted, which is so stupid and funny to hear. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.